How's it going, everyone? I want to give you guys a heads up on a new free title available on the PlayStation Store that you can check out right now, as well as some major updates to the PlayStation Plus game catalog for the month of November. Now, I've been MIA the last few days, came down with a really bad cold, but back at it here, and let's talk some of the new stuff that has happened. First of all, Hades Star Dark Nebula is available free over on the PlayStation Store. It is a game that already has a litany of microtransactions available going through the PlayStation Store's page, but that's kind of to be expected with a free title. Create and grow your space empire and persistent galaxy that constantly evolves. Explore and colonize your very own yellow star system. As the most stable star type, the yellow star offers a perfect setting to establish your permanent presence and plan your empire's long-term economy. All new players start in their own yellow star system and over time expand to discover and colonize more planets. Set mining patterns, establish trade routes, and neutralize the mysterious alien ships found throughout the Hades galaxy. As the owner of a yellow star system, you have complete control over what other players have access to it. By establishing diplomatic relations, you can allow any other player to send ships to your system and dictate your own terms for mining, trade, or military cooperation. Cooperative PvE in red stars very early in the game. Every player will build a red star scanner, a station that allows them to jump ships to detected red stars. These stars have a small lifetime and will go supernova after 10 minutes. The goal in the red star is to cooperate with any other players that have ships in that star system, defeat the NPC ships, retrieve artifacts from the red star planets, and jump back before the supernova artifacts can be researched in the home star and will yield necessary resources for trade, mining, and combat achievements. Higher level red stars offer more challenging enemies and better rewards. And team PvP in white stars, players can organize in corporations. Besides helping each other, corporations can also scan for white stars. A white star sees 20 players from 2 corporations battle in the same star system for relics, a resource that can be retrieved to upgrade the corporation and give each member additional benefits. Time passes very slowly in white stars. Every match lasts 5 days, giving corporation members time to talk and coordinate their strategy. The time machine can be used to plan future moves, communicate them to other corporation members, and see potential outcomes of future combat. An exciting PvP in blue stars as well. Blue stars are short-lived combat arenas that only last for a few minutes, during which the entire system is collapsing on itself. Each player can only send a single battleship to the blue star. The 5 participating players combat each other, using their ships, modules, and other NPC ships to destroy the other player battleships and be the last one alive. Blue stars offer the fastest PvP action in the game. Regular participants receive daily and monthly rewards to advance their empire. So this dropped back in the midway point of the month, but again, available free right now over on the PlayStation Store. 20 players online, and yeah, it does have quite a bit of microtransactions, but again, that is the game you're playing when you're talking about these free titles. So that is available on the PlayStation Store right now, available on PS4, and of course through PS5 backwards compatibility. Moving on from that, we have some major PlayStation Plus updates. So PlayStation Game Size, great Twitter account, had a rundown of everything that has been added, and then also some other stuff as far as trials and games that have been pulled. As far as the monthly game rotation, you know, games get pulled from the service as well. So November games that have been added, you have Alternate, Jake Hunter, Daedalus, The Awakening of Golden Jazz. What a freaking name for a game. Like, man, what was going on in the, you know, board meeting or the ideas room when they came up with that name, you know what I mean? Dead Island Riptide Definitive Edition, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, Mutant Chronicle Rising, which, you know, first let's circle back to Dragon's Dogma. That's a great addition. Dragon's Dogma 2 potentially coming out in March. So when we heard about that news, it makes a little bit more sense as far as Dragon's Dogma getting added for the month. It should be noted that the game is available for dirt cheap on the regular, so from a value proposition standpoint, it's not that great of an addition, but you know, the game itself is really good. Mutant Chronicle Rising, as I mentioned, this is the prologue to Mutant Chronicle 100 Heroes, a game that has seen a lot of comparisons to Suikoden, and looks like a really great JRPG that will be coming in early 2024. Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Max Boost On, Nobunaga's Ambition, Taishi, River City Melee Match, and then Superliminal. And then for the Plus Premium titles, you do have Grandia, Jet Moto, Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series, Proper the Rapper 2, and up. And then do remember that Teardown was also added as a part of the Plus Extra catalog update that dropped on November 15th. New game trials include Terraformers, Baldur's Gate 3, The Lord of the Rings Gollum, Ride 5, and F1 Manager 2023. Those are all Plus premium trials that you can check out in November. Games that have been pulled: Ace of Seafood, Connect Tank, Dendara Trials of Fear Edition, Gianna Sisters Twisted Dream, Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, My Time at Portia, and Wild Guns Reloaded. So all of those games have been pulled. And then come December, there will be a litany of more titles being pulled, some pretty notable ones. Yakuza 6, The Song of Light, Yakuza Like a Dragon, Caladrius Blaze, Damascus Gear, El Hijo, A Wild West Tale, Foreclosed, Friday the 13th the Game, Legends of Eternal, and then Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. So Yakuza 6, The Song of Life, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, definitely the standouts of being pulled. Like a Dragon, of course, getting its follow-up title in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So if you do want to jump into that, like, the issue is me saying if you want to jump into that, jump into it now. Like, yeah, if you just pop off for the next month and play that game, you know, as your only game you're playing, yeah, you can complete it within a month easy, but, you know, that's like consistently playing the same game for a month, because that is a massive, massive undertaking. That's just the reality with the Yakuza titles, and Like a Dragon, obviously, taking the franchise to a different route in this turn-based RPG. Has got a ton of content, but, yeah, that is one that is a little bit depressing to see go, and the Yakuza games have been slowly getting pulled out. They pulled Yakuza 0, Kiwami, Kiwami 2, 3, 4, 5 were all a part of this service, but you know, as much as it's easy to complain about that, that is just a reality with subscription services as a whole. Like, you know, I complain about Plus Extra and Plus Premium all the time, but when it comes to games getting, you know, rotated out of the service, that's an aspect that a lot of people seem to complain about online that I'm not as harsh on Sony on, just because that's a reality with subscription services. Outside of the first-party games, when they pulled Spider-Man 2018, I was a little bit upset about that, and it was pretty obvious why they did that, just so they could release Spider-Man Remastered. But when it comes to these third-party deals, your Yakuza games where you're signing big money deals, like, do not get it twisted, these deals are big money that they have to sign, although Plus is bringing in big money, so, like, obviously you would be doing some big money deals, but it's big money deals to get games like Yakuza, you know, the entire franchise, Like a Dragon, everything like that. And once that deal elapses, you either come back to the table, and remember, both parties have to be willing to come back to the table. So if it's a case of, you know, Sega's like, hey, we got our mileage out of having these games on Plus, we kind of want to not have them on Plus right now, especially with Infinite Wealth coming out, maybe they're of the mindset that, hey, there's going to be an added interest in these games, and we can sell them, and it'll be more beneficial for us that way. I don't know. It's, you know, you always come back to the negotiation table and see how things turn out, but in this case, those games are not going to be kept on the service, which is a little bit of a bummer, especially, again, in the case of Yakuza 6, Like a Dragon, and even Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Bear in mind that all those games can be had for relatively cheap, so it's not the biggest loss in the world, but still a bummer, you know, for it to be pulled. But that'll do it for me. Again, Hades Star Dark Nebula, available free over at the PlayStation Store. Go check that out. You know, seems like an interesting space title, and PlayStation Plus gets a ton of updates with new games rotating in. December is going to be losing some major titles. We got new game trials. We got new titles for Plus Premium, and November games again getting pulled, and December some titles are going to be pulled as well, with Yakuza titles as well as Middle-earth being the major ones. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.